Hello guys, welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name is Claire and this is Polly Put the Petal On, and today's video is a charity shop haul. You'll know that because you clicked on it because it said it on the thumbnail. It's lovely to see you guys. It's great to be sitting here and yeah, let's get back into it and we'll have a catch up along the way and at the end. Autumn's going to come in now. We've got the back door open, first days of many, I'm hoping. It's a lovely spring day out there and yeah, happy spring everybody. So let's crack on with this haul. I've been to the charity shops. I've saved quite a lot of money by going to the charity shops. I look for bric-a-brac mainly because I never have any luck with clothes. Not much luck anyway. You shouldn't say things like that, should you? Because they become a self-fulfilled prophecy. Autumn's under the table. She wants to know who I'm talking to. And there's somebody at the door. Can you believe it? It was Amazon. It wasn't even for me, it's for my daughter. She doesn't even live here, but she gets her mail sent here. Cheeky. Anyway, let's get on with this. So I have saved money by going to the charity shops. And as I say, I generally look for bric-a-brac because I don't have that much luck with clothes. That's not to say that I don't browse them, because I do, but the way my mind is, it's so busy that I hate trawling through racks of stuff. It just sends my brain in overdrive. So I tend not to do that so much, but bric-a-brac, yes. And there was a few things that I was looking for. There's somebody at the door again. Can you believe this? There we go. That was another parcel for my daughter as well. Right, so let's get on with this. I'm being quite serious now after those interruptions. I'm going to get another one in a minute because my son's coming down the stairs, I think. Either that or he's just shut his bedroom door. Right, let's get on with this. So, bric-a-brac, yes. That's what I look for. And yeah, didn't disappoint. So these are a few trips to the charity shops. I've literally been saving them up. I went on Saturday as well because when I grab a minute, in fact, I saw one of my friends in there that's a carer for her dad with dementia, and she goes to Escape there too, so we were both in the same place at the same time because of the same reasons, because obviously I care for my mum. So yeah, let's get on. Right, so the first thing I'm going to show you is this. It was £3. It's a lovely photo frame, absolutely lovely. And I thought to myself, oh, I'll get that and I will age it pretty much like I did all of my other frames at Christmas time. You know, I aged it like the Victorian, and then I thought to myself, actually I'm not going to, because I like it as is, and I think this amongst some wooden frames will be really quite nice. So I may just buff it a little with something so that it's not so white, but it was only £3 and I thought that was lovely, and I'll get a nice picture to put in there, a nice photograph or a nice picture to put in there. But it can be rather than gold and aged with the wax, I'll just leave it as is, maybe age it, you know, a little bit, stain it a little bit in some way, but you know, other than that I'm leaving it as it is. So that was £3. I picked up this. This was £2, just a wooden rolling pin, as you can see. But I was thinking of my kitchen. Do you know, guys, I still haven't done that kitchen, and the thing is, I put the things in my basket and then I start to panic, and then I click off. I'm gonna have to grow some and get them ordered, get the items ordered that I need, and I think I will now. This sunshine and having the back door open and being able to go out there as well to do some of the things that I need to do will help along the way. So, but I was thinking of this, and not to use as in baking, but to use as a decoration somehow, some way in the kitchen when I've done it. So yes, that was just £2. I mean, I'm not sure how much they come in at, but obviously I've made a saving there anyway. And that with that photo frame is practically new, if not new. So yeah, so I got that. I'm going to show you these now. Kim got me these from a charity shop in Wales when she went, and she was thinking of me and my Christmas. I think they're beautiful, and so did Kim, and she knew that I would love them. And so she picked them me up, and it's an apple and a pear. And it's almost designer style, isn't it? You know, with these, with this clover, and absolutely lovely. I love those. I love the texture, and of course I love the colour. And they definitely will fit in with how I decorate at Christmas, as you know, if you've been with me over Christmases, as you can guess, can't you? So yeah, very, very, very nice gift off Kim. How much did she pay for them? £3 she paid for them from, like I say, a charity shop in Wales. Sorry for rustling. I'm just going to put those there. Something else for the kitchen, and that I was thinking, and because I'm you know, well, all will be revealed when I do it anyway. That's got something in it. They both need a clean. These were £2 each, and they're just lovely little, like ramekins really, aren't they? Or a pie dish. I mean, I'm not sure if you can. Yeah, they're dishwasher safe and oven proof, microwave safe. So yeah, and it's Maisons du Monde. That's the brand anyway. And these were £2. Yeah, £2 each. But I just love that lovely neutral, natural colour. And I think they're very pretty. Now, the way they'd styled them in the shop, the charity shop that I'd gone to, is absolutely beautiful. You look above the shelves and they keep things, you know, old, like, things. I love old stuff. But it's not for, none of it's for sale, you know, like old suitcases and books and things like that. And the way they decorate, anyway, the way they'd got them on the shelf was like this, and that's how I would style them, like that. So not necessarily for use in the kitchen as a ramekin or indeed a pie dish, but very, very nice, and I really like them. Obviously that's why I bought them. I'm going to put them back in that bag. And then this, no, shall I stay with the kitchen? No, let me show you this. I love it. Look at this. This was in the children's section, and it's a proper spinning top. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I had one of these as a child, and I thought maybe I can do something with this, you know, to go with any of the vintage Victorian, Dickensian Christmas decor that I do, Christmas coming. Maybe I can add that, and it will always have a place anyway, no matter what. I never decorate in modern stuff because that's not I don't like modern, and you know, I like oldie worldy stuff, because it's got character, hasn't it? And it's definitely got interest, so that I can do something with. I'm not smitten with the blue, so I think the blue will go, but I think it's absolutely lovely, and I just paid 50p for that. That was just 50p, but absolute little bargain that is, isn't it? And obviously I'm not just picking things up, you know, like because it is a bargain. I'm picking things up because I will use these, I will utilize these things. Yeah, so that's that little bag. And then again, we're going back to the kitchen. I needed a pan drastically because at Christmas time, one of my large pans, and they're Gordon Ramsay pans that I've had for 15 years, because they're an investment, aren't they, pans? And one of my pans, it gave up the ghost. It started spitting out of the bottom. And I thought, oh no, can't be doing that. So yeah, I'm a pan down, and it's a large pan. Anyway, I went into the charity shop, my favourite charity shop, and I saw this, and this was only £8. Now I fetched it home, I scrubbed it up with some pink stuff, and it's come up absolutely wonderfully. So, wonderfully, is that a word? Wonderfully. And these two layers are steamers. And then this is the size of the pan. Absolutely over the moon with it, I really am. Like I say, I scrubbed it up. Even off the bottom it's come nice, and this is a home collection from Debenhams, so it's quality. It's not, you know, you couldn't crush this like you can with the pans from some places, and especially Temu. So yeah, I'm super chuffed with that. £8 for a pan that size with the steamer layers in as well. Super happy. And that's the lid, so it comes with a lid as well. So super happy with that, and I needed it. And I would go as far as to say, being dramatic, or without being dramatic, I needed it. I did need it. So yeah, I got that lovely pan. So that was that. And then, oh, we're only, oh, my stomach's growling. We're only so far in. I'm going to have a jacket potato with some cottage cheese. And then I'll go with these books, because I've got some books here, and I'm not going to read the blurb on the back. I find that boring. Yeah, but I got this for my daughter. It's called The 5 Minute Mum, by Daisy Upton, and it really is a wealth of little things to do with your little one. So this will grow in years with our baby. And it's things to play, little games to play, sports days, letter dice, letter quarry, number jump, all those, and it'll tell you on the, it's good the way that it's laid out, and it'll tell you the ages, the age appropriate games, so that you know, it's things that you can gather in 5 minutes, and put away in 5 minutes, but keep your children occupied for longer than 5 minutes. And yeah, it's a good little book, so I thought I'd pick my daughter up that. It might come in handy for her, with our little baby. He's coming on a treat now, guys. He really is coming on a treat. He's 7 months old. He's coming up for 8 months, and he's just a wonderful little character. He really is, and I can't get enough of him. And I'll go as far as to say I'm slightly obsessed. But he's absolutely wonderful, and he's doing so well. And his mum, you know, she just knocks my socks off with the way she is with him. Yeah, he's got 2 little teeth now, and he's doing a bit of crawling. And yeah, every time I see him, he looks as if he's having the time of his life, bless him. But he's absolutely beautiful, and like I say, such a little character. So that was that book, and I thought that was quite good and quite a nice little thing to pass on to my daughter. And I do often go, I mean, I would have had other stuff, but I take them straight to our baby. I get him little toys from this particular one, my favourite charity shop in our town. They put the toys out, they're all clean, but that's not the point anyway. We always get them home and clean them anyway, but there's always batteries in them. You can always have a little play in the store and see if it's appropriate, you know, for his age and stuff. And yeah, so far I've had him little puzzles, them wooden puzzles that you can empty out and then you put them back in the slots. I've had him a train, a little train, that a big, actually chunky plastic train, that speaks and sings and press this button, that button, you know, an educational toy. And there was something else I got him as well. Can't remember what it was, but anyway, yeah. So I always have a look, because it's worth having a look as well at the toys as well. I've just repeated myself there. Sorry. Right, now these books, I got these from eBay. These aren't from the charity shop, these are from eBay, and I got them as a job lot, and there's 4 in total, and it's by one of my favourite authresses. Now my son pulled me up for saying authoress the other day and said it was old-fashioned, and when I googled it, it is indeed old-fashioned, but that's how I would have said it. In fact, I did say it, and I've just said it again. But anyway, Jane Green, love her. In the past, I have couldn't get enough of this lady, and the books and the way, and it's kind of chick lit sort of reading, and I thought these would be great books to read on holiday, or even just to escape to, when I need that escapism. At the minute I'm playing Scrabble, and before that I was playing Mahjong. You need that escapism, don't you, where, you know, from the everyday stresses of life. So yeah, Jane Green. I got The Accidental Husband. I don't believe I've read that. Mr. Maybe, I think I might have. The Other Woman and The Love Verb. She's brilliant. And what reminded me of Jane Green, which prompted me to go onto eBay, was something had come up. I think she's had quite an event in her life that made her make some changes in her life, and it came up on my Facebook. Autumn's in and out. Came up on my Facebook, and so I thought, oh, I've forgotten all about her, how dare I. So I went onto eBay and I picked those up, and they were about £6. That book, the children's book with the game in, by the way, was £1.50, and I thought that was a bargain. And like I say, all these things will be put to use. I am just going to take here what's on the top. So this is B&M. It's just a couple of bits from B&M. I've been going to B&M, but obviously I don't show you everything. It's just my regular shopping, you know, shampoos and things like that. In fact, the shampoo was from Home Bargain. So I have been going those places, but, you know, I'm just, as you know, don't spend willy-nilly for the sake of it. And I've been watching this designer, top designer, American, and she said, you know, you go through all these things where the stores are selling all these different bits and bobs. You've either got to be loaded to fill your house full of them, or you go and get the odd piece, and then next year there's something else out, or next quarter of the year there's something else out, and you go and get a piece of that, and before you know it, your house is all, none of it's cohesive, because it's a bit of this and a bit of that and stuff. And I thought, oh, that stands to reason. But anyway, so I picked these up, and these were two for £2, and they're lovely little daisies, and I rather like them. And I thought, yes, I'm going to get these because I'm going to be fixing up something soon. Now, I might be fixing a few things up. Well, there will be a few things. There'll be a wreath for my door. Haven't got one on. Haven't had one on since Christmas. There'll be a wreath there, or a swag for the front door. There will be something similar to this. I've brought this down because I'm going to put this at the back there. Do you remember this that I did last year? This is my egg, my Easter egg. And all those beautiful, pretty flowers in there. So it's like a wildflower garden. I absolutely love this. I really do. So I'll be putting this out, and I thought I'll go something along the same vein. At the minute, I've got this out, and I don't think you can really see it, can you? But that's purple, yellow, and there's a little bit of cream, and there's a bunny there. But I will move that probably into the hallway or somewhere like that, and I'm going to go pinks and yellows in here, and I've got bunny tails and things like that. So I'm thinking along those lines, and I thought, yes, lovely. They would fit really quite nicely, wouldn't they? So I'm going to be doing a swag for the door. I'm going to be doing something similar to that. And I've got this here from the charity shop that I'm going to show you in a minute. So bear that in mind. And I picked, so those were two for £2, those daisies. And then I picked this up. And this is make your own floral arrangement. Well, you could, but what I'm going to do is I'm just wondering there, because that's quite, there's nothing sturdy there to, unless you're going to put it in like that. But anyway, I got this to take these bits of foliage off really and fill out, you know, because I use evergreen, and it'll fill out the swag or the wreath that I'm doing. I've got plenty down the petal shed, but there's no harm in topping up, and this was £3. I always top up with stuff when I see it and it's cheap enough, and it just goes in my Petal Shed stash. And so that leads me on to these that I picked up in the charity shop, and I couldn't believe it. And of course they had to come home with me, so I'm going to show you this foliage first that I got, and these were £3 a stem. They were £3 a stem, and look at the quality on those for £3. Lovely, beautiful quality. And this is going to be, you know, autumn, winter, and foliage. Sorry, never finished what I was saying. And you know, at the minute, you know, I could pick it apart and add it into an evergreen wreath base. I could use it as is, with red would go nice with that. Really nice pops of red would go nice with that. I've got some red berries there, but those berries are beautiful. And this, you get this is where you save when you do go into charity shops and you have good luck, especially with foliages like this. Now if this was a garden centre, and they are garden centre quality and a nice long stem too. If this was a garden centre, you'd go anywhere between £8 and £12 for just a stem of that. And I picked these up for £3. So that was money saving. And the thing is, for me, you know, I am always in need of, what does it say there? I'm always in need of foliage. Right, it must have been, it was a code, sorry. And then, same charity shop, same day. This was Cancer Research, this one. Look at these. And again, the quality on these, and the long stem. So you're going to be looking, let me just have a look at one stem. I don't want to... So that's one. Autumn, it's me, love. So that's one stem, and I'm gonna hazard a guess, and I would say anywhere between £5 and £7.50 a stem for that, and probably even more. Beautiful acorns, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stems there, and they were just £5. Autumn, it was me, darling. Yes, I know. Yeah, £5 for the entire 5 stems, which you definitely can't go wrong with that, can you? So that was that. And then the very last thing from the charity shop that I picked up was I picked this up the other day, and it's this teapot. Now it's only a Tesco teapot, but I've saved on this. I picked this up for £3, and I've seen one online, Tesco one online for £8, so I saved a £5 on there. And what I picked this up for was, when I told you about this, and the way this is like little, I've just dropped something, I don't know what it was, don't matter. Like this is these wildflowers, and how beautiful and pretty that is. I absolutely adore that, I really do. I thought to myself, yes, I'll do something similar in this teapot, because if you remember, I did my copper kettle, that was autumn, wasn't it? Last autumn I did my copper kettle, and I'll flash that up on screen if you knew. And I thought this would be really, really nice. The copper kettle didn't have a lid, did it? Because I got that from the car boot last year, and they'll be starting soon, guys. And I love car boots, because I love, if you go to these places and you pick up the oldie stuff and this pre-loved stuff, and you go to them, you know, you're getting almost unique pieces, aren't you? Or pieces that you can make unique at a fraction of the cost. So like this teapot, yes, it's mass produced from Tesco and it's £8, but I'm going to turn that into a beautiful little arrangement, and have it back here somewhere. So super happy with that. £3, really happy. And it's like almost like a beige colour. Now, if I didn't want that, I don't have to have it. I can turn that into, I can paint it, spray paint it, whatever colour I would like it to, white, whatever. I could decoupage it. I could get those lovely transfers from Temu. My mouth wanted to say TikTok, from Temu, or I could do something else, and I am thinking of doing this something else. It's another craft, but I'm going to keep that under wraps, just because I need to gather the pieces together, and I hate setting myself up to fail. So yes, I will bring that to you as well. So we've got some nice ideas and some nice things coming up. We just need the time now, guys. So that was all of the haul. So for those of you that were here just for that, then thank you for joining me. And for those of you that are staying for a catch up, that'll be lovely. We're 23 minutes. I won't keep you forever. I appreciate the time you spend with me anyway. And it is lovely to be sat here, guys. And I do hope that, you're all very well. And do let me know in the comments, because as you know, I'm very nosy and I like to know. But I wanted to thank you all, really, for accepting that last video that I did on the Lichen Sclerosus, and the response that I had. I'm not talking about views and things like that. I don't like doing that. What I mean is, I said in that video, you're not alone. But if I'm honest, I did feel alone until I put that video out. And you all, you're incredible. You really are. And the fact that some of you shared with me privately on emails, and some of you shared with me in the comments. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. That is such a intimate area that we were discussing, isn't it? And not everybody wants to talk about that. Do you know what I mean? And so I was in awe at the response that I got off you lovely people. Some of you suffering yourself, well, quite a lot actually, because I did say it was common, didn't I? And some of you had never heard of it, but are now aware of it, and just the outpouring of I want to say love, but I don't want to sound cheesy. Do you know what I mean? I hate all that. I'm a right fussy mossy, I am. I don't like that sort of stuff. If I'm crying and somebody comes to hug me, I really kick off. Don't hug me when I'm crying. I just don't like it. Does that make me weird? Probably does, doesn't it? But yeah, the outpouring of love, I was in awe of it. I really was. So thank you for that. And I hope you're all really well as regards that. For those of you that suffer it, I'm in a flare, a very uncomfortable one at the moment, and it's worrying me, I'll be honest. And I think it might be, by the end of the week, it might be a doctor's job. So yeah, and that was that. And then, if anybody's wondering what that video I'm talking about, I will link it below. If anybody wants to know about this beautiful, I'll also link that below. Okay. Yeah, I also wanted to tell you that the reason why I have left a massive gap, I could have come, but one of my closest friends passed away, Mark, and I'm mentioning him because one of the last times I spoke to him, which was a couple of weeks before he passed, he wanted me and Carl to go over, and he loved my channel. And whenever he rang me, he'd always say, "Are you filming?" I'd say no. He loved my channel, and one of the last times I spoke to him, he asked us to go across, and he said to me, and me and you are going to do a little podcast, and I think he wanted to come on the channel, bless him. and something else tragically happened but prior to that, and I didn't go. We didn't make it to go, and then it happened to him. You know, it wasn't his illness, it was something else. And then the week after he passed away, and so I wanted to mention Mark because he was lovely. You know, I say to you, I speak in shorthand, and I do. I speak in shorthand sometimes, and well, most times, and Mark did too. We had many group therapy sessions throughout our friendship and our life, and I'd known him since I was 17. And we had many group therapy sessions together, me and Mark, and we spoke in shorthand, and yet we both knew exactly what the other one was saying. That's how deep that connection was with him, and he was lovely, and he will be sorely missed. I'll probably miss him forever. So that was why I've had a bit of extra time off, because it knocks you sideways, doesn't it? But I know he was courageous in his battle with cancer, and it wasn't even a long. It was about 2 years, and you know, he finally succumbed to it. But yeah, that's why I haven't been, because I've just been so flat and sad. Yeah, but I wanted to mention him because he wanted to do a little podcast. That's what he called it. He said, "Well, me and you'll do a little podcast." Bless him. He was a beautiful soul, he really was, and really quite wild. Me being friends with somebody wild, yeah, you can believe it. And so I'm still, you know, traipsing back and two with Mum. I had her at she's had to have bloods and ECG yesterday. I could have cried yesterday because I don't know if you can tell, I've got a cough and a cold. Well, not so much a cough, but laryngitis and a cold. And I was streaming yesterday, and honestly, I just could have cried because she complains at everything. She drives me mad, she really does. I mean, I love her, I really do, but whatever you do for her, she wants you to do more, you know. And you get to a point where you just feel like so deflated, and I could have cried yesterday, I really could have. And but I didn't. I kept going. Anyway, so I've got this cold that came started with it last week, I think. I think I'm coming to the end of it, but I keep topping myself up. You know, I've got the turmeric and the ginger shots, and I've got the, you know, I eat healthily anyway, but I'm piling on extra fruits onto my porridge in the morning and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I can only do it, and I drink my lemon water. Of course, I have 2 massive cups of that in a morning. I've had 4 this morning because I need it to go. I need it to go. And I've had 2 Brufen just to come on here as well, you know, to sharpen my ideas up. Because other than that, I was feeling like heavy as lead. But yeah, so it has been lovely to sit here with you guys. I mean, I could chunner on all day, as you know. And I love spending time with you guys. You know, I haven't got an ulterior motive to my videos, and you take me as you find me, and which you do, and that's how lovely you are. You take me as you find me, and you know, it's my channel, my terms, so I come here when I can, and you know, there'll be spaces where I can't, and again, you accept that, and I really appreciate it. But I don't have an ulterior motive to be here, and it's always a pleasure to be here. So when I am here, you know, I really enjoy sitting with you, and yeah, I do. I love this channel, I really do, and I love all of you guys. And like I say, I can't thank you enough for that response of my delicate video, last delicate, because it was delicate, wasn't it? Delicate subject. And anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and get my jacket potato with some cottage cheese. And that just leaves me to say, guys, I've been Claire, this has been Polly Put the Petal On, and you are always a pleasure, you really are. And let me know how you are in the comments, and take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very, very soon, because like I say, I want to do that teapot, I want to do something. I'm thinking also, you know, this big egg, that big egg there, I'm thinking, because I've got another one, well, I've got another 2 or 3 in the petal shed in the plastic form, but of course I covered that in the Easy Fill 20, didn't I? To make it like that. Autumn, it's me. Yeah, I'm thinking I may be able to do a rabbit using 2 eggs and the Easy Fill. So we'll play that one by ear. We'll play it by ear, but I'm thinking I can. And I'm thinking I might give it a bash. But we'll see. We'll see how we are for time, because Easter is approaching anyway, isn't it? And I can't remember. Is it just, we've only got about a month, haven't we? If that. I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know, because I don't know what day Easter is. That was a little fib. Anyway, I must go and let you lovely people go too. So do take care, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care. Bye.